All right, let's talk about something that's absolutely vital for staying independent and feeling great as we get older, our leg strength. We're going to dive into some really surprising connections between the fruit you eat every day and how your legs and joints are actually feeling. So, does this sound like you? You're really trying to do all the right things, eating your fruit, staying as active as you can, but you just feel like your legs are getting weaker. Maybe getting out of that favorite armchair is a little tougher, or those stairs seem to get steeper every year. It's so frustrating. I hear it all the time. But I want you to know it's not just you, and it's not just some inevitable part of getting older. Okay, here's the twist, and it's a big one. It's what I call the healthy habit paradox. Some of the very fruits that we've always been told are the best things for us might just be the hidden reason you're feeling that weakness. It's a quiet mistake that so many people make, thinking they're making a great choice, when certain fruits are actually working against their mobility. Now, to really get why this happens, we have to understand something crucial. Our bodies just don't play by the same rules they did 20 or 30 years ago. It's not that these fruits suddenly turned bad, it's that our bodies have a whole new operating system for how they process food. So here are the new rules of the game. First, our metabolism slows way down. Second, circulation can get a bit weaker, which means less oxygen is getting to those big muscles in our legs. And third, and this is a big one, our bodies become way more sensitive to sugar rushes and high levels of acid. You put those three things together, and suddenly, foods that used to be totally fine can start causing real problems. So, keeping those new rules in mind, let's get practical. We're going to look at what I call the fruit watch list. Now, listen, this is not about banning foods or making you feel guilty. It's just about becoming more aware, more of a detective for your own body, so you can understand what might be going on. And this right here, this says it all. We have this idea that if something is natural, it must be good for us. But that's not always the case, especially when we're talking about more sensitive joints and circulation. The game has changed, so our food strategy has to change right along with it. So let's start with our first category, the sugar spikers. These are the fruits that can send your blood sugar on a real roller coaster. And for an aging body, those sugar spikes are like throwing fuel on the tiny hidden fires of inflammation in your joints. Let's take a closer look, because this is fascinating. First up, the mango, a sugar explosion. It's delicious, but that sugar hits your system so fast, it can trigger inflammation deep in your joints, your knees, your hips. Then you've got watermelon, the bogus hydrator. Sure, it has water, but its sugar acts just like candy in your bloodstream, stressing out your circulation. And bananas. We all think potassium mussels, right? But for some of us, those quick carbs can lead to insulin resistance and even fluid retention, making your ankles feel puffy and your joints feel stiff. Okay, next up is a group of fruits that are on our watch list for a totally different reason. This time, it's not about the sugar, it's about their high acid content, which can be a slow, simmering problem for sensitive joints. Let's break this down. Take pineapple. If you already have some arthritis, its strong acids can feel like you're just pouring fuel on that fire. Oranges, with all that citric acid, can really irritate the delicate lining of your joints, making that morning stiffness feel so much worse. And even green apples, which we think of as healthy, contain malic acid that, over time, can bother your system and contribute to that nagging ache in your legs. It's a subtle effect, but boy, can it build up. And now for our final category. This one is all about a very specific trigger from a fruit that is so easy to eat a whole bunch of without even thinking about it. The key word here is fructose. Grapes are absolutely loaded with it. And when you eat too many, your liver just gets overwhelmed. It can't process all that fructose, so it starts turning it into uric acid. That uric acid can then form these tiny, sharp, needle-like crystals that settle in your joints, especially your toes and ankles, causing that sharp, gout-like pain that can make just walking across the room a huge challenge. Okay, that was the watch list. But remember, this is not about taking food away. Not at all. It's about making smart swamps. So now let's flip the script and talk about the really good news. The fruits that can actually help you. The ones that support your mobility and calm inflammation. Here it is. This is your new go-to list, your A-team. I want you to think of these fruits as powerful allies in your kitchen. They are on your side, working with your body to build stronger legs and healthier, happier joints. And a huge reason why these fruits are so good for you comes down to one word: antioxidants. Think of them as your body's own personal security team. They go around fighting inflammation, protecting your joints, and helping to improve your circulation, which is exactly what your legs need to feel strong. So let's look at why these are such amazing choices. Berries, They're low in sugar and packed with those antioxidants we just talked about. Cherries, in moderation, are fantastic for helping your body deal with that pesky uric acid. Avocado gives you those wonderful healthy fats that literally help cushion your joints. And papaya has special enzymes that are great for digestion and fighting inflammation. See, these aren't just snacks, they're medicine. So as we start to wrap this up, the most important thing I want you to take away isn't just a list of good and bad fruits. The real goal here is a change in your mindset, moving away from restriction and toward empowerment. This really says it all, doesn't it? We are moving from restriction to mindfulness. We're getting rid of the fear of food and embracing smart swaps. And most importantly, we're throwing out that old idea that aging means getting weaker. No way. Aging means we're getting wiser about how we care for our amazing bodies. And really, this is the whole philosophy in a nutshell. You don't have to give up everything you enjoy. The goal is to simply start choosing the foods that support your strength, that help your circulation, that soothe your joints. It's about finding the foods that love your body back. So I'm going to leave you with a little homework, just one question to think about. After hearing all of this today, what's one small smart choice you can make tomorrow to start building up that strength to keep your legs carrying you confidently wherever you want to go?